Hi, we're back with another episode of the Accrington Stanley save. Um, Played 5 games since the last episode in which we drew both games in. We took 7 points out of the possible 15. It's not the absolute worst. It kind of has uh, not confirmed, but it's put us further out of the running for a playoff place now. It's not very likely anymore. But we started off camera with a game against Mansfield, and I mean, started off with a Tim Sanders own goal. Then they scored again. They scored right after half time. I thought there were only chances if we get a goal early after half time, but they were the ones to get it early. Sort of gave up on the game. Heber Murphy got his second goal for us, but it wasn't a pretty game at the end of the day. We got beat 3-1. We then had a game against Colchester, a bit more of a positive result. Tim Sanders scoring one in the correct minute this time. But they equalised them just, well, midway through the second half, and it was a draw. We then absolutely smashed Doncaster away from home. Doncaster was second in the league at the time. We'd been on a run of average performances. I mean, a loss, 2 draws, a loss and a draw. And these were second in the league, trying to challenge to try win the league, but to also stay sort of in the automatic promotion spot. We smashed them. They went 1-0 up, and I thought, oh, here we go. It's going to be another negative result. But Billy Key scored relatively quickly afterwards, and then scored again. He then scored again just after half time. They put one back just after I'd taken him off, which I mean was the real worry. But Shea McCartan grabbed his first goal since he was out for all that time with his injury, and Bastien Henry finished it off. We then played against Wickham at home. We're a good side. They were ahead of us in the league. Heber Murphy and Stephen Hewitt scored. They scored the goals for us. Stephen Hewitt scoring the winning goal just after they scored a goal. It was a penalty. I thought we were going to be ending up on a draw. We didn't really have a lot of chances in that game. But he scored a penalty. Got very lucky to score. Actually, the goalkeeper sort of pushed it in, and he hit it straight down the middle, and the keeper stayed down the middle. I don't really know how it went in. And then we've just been beat off Barnet 3-1. Harry scored the opener. We were dominating. They scored with their first shot, then they scored with their second shot, and then they sort of took control of the game after they went 2-1 up. It was really disappointing, and then they added a late one after Keneally was sent off, and that was after Marcel Sipe had gone off an injury. We finished the game with 9 men, so that's why they scored that third goal. It was really a game that we should have done a lot better in. So it's disappointing, and we're going into a relatively tricky couple of games here against Exeter away from home and then Leyton Orient at home. The reason I chose to show these games was just primarily because we haven't played against these before in a video, I believe. I don't think we've played against either of these teams in a video. And the rest of the teams sort of coming up, I think we've played against Plymouth. We have played against Yeovil for definite. And then it allows me to have another episode towards the end of the season as well. So yeah, they're going to be the 2 games that we play today. I've just actually made the lineup for the Exeter game, so we'll get into that now. We got Parrish in goal. Matty Pearson's going to stay at right back, just because he plays better at right back than he does at left back. And it sort of is understandable he is a right back, not a left back, although he is natural at left back. It's still understandable that he prefer that side, and he does play better there. With dilemma is that we don't really have a left back because Joe Maguire, his sort of average rating's been awful this season. He hasn't been very good. His last couple of games that he did play for us, he played quite well. They aren't recent games though. I sort of took him out when he started to play well. I think he got an injury or something though, potentially. Cause I don't think I would have taken him out otherwise. I might be wrong. Could be horribly wrong here. Luke Wall started to do quite poorly. 6.26 average rating in his last 5 games. Really bad. So that's the problem we're having at the minute. Joe Maguire's going to get another chance to show us what he can do. Hopefully he'll play well. Sanders and Hughes are at the back because Marcel Sipe just picked up a 3-month injury, which is going to keep him out till, well, the end of the season, which is a little bit annoying. Starting to sort of test how good of a backup centre-half Marquis will be. We've got Jordan Clark coming in the right wing. Stephen Hewitt, because Keneally got suspended, sent off, didn't he? Bastien Henry alongside him has been playing very well recently. Harry Wilson, as usual, on the left-hand side. Heber Murphy and Billy Key are going to be up front together. Keenan Davis has been in a sort of rough patch at the minute, and Heber Murphy's not doing too much better, to be quite honest, but I'm certainly more impressed with him than what Keenan Davis has been lately. Right, so we're just gonna tell the team that we want to see a much better performance today from them, because just recently we have been in a bad spell, to be quite honest. Um, Hopefully we will get a better performance from them. I wanna try win this game, but Exeter are a decent side and we are away from home, so I'm not expecting too much really. A point would be nice, to be quite honest. But here we have the first highlight of the game, just under the 10-minute mark. Cook has it in his own half for Exeter. It's played up to Watkins. McAlinden's driving it with defence. He has a dig, and that is well wide. That's not how that's a key highlight. This game's going to be boring if that's a key highlight. Like, playing quite well so far midway through the first half. Got quite a bit of possession. We're not really getting shots off, that's the worry. We do have another highlight here. Stephen Hewitt hammers the ball off their player, and I don't know what the hell happens there. They cross it in, and somehow Parrish takes that over the striker, but he kicks it a really good kick upfield, and now Clark running down the right wing. He's got a chance to cross it. He does just that. Sweeney clears it, but it's back to him. Puts it back in. Billy Key scores. Billy Key. He's been scoring a lot of goals recently, and that's just another example of what he can do when he's in front of goal. It's a brilliant cross from Clark, and we'll see it again here. The first one, it's kicked out back to him, but he puts it first time on the volley. It's over Heaven Murphy and Sweeney, the defender's head, and then Billy Key just volleys it home from close range. And that's a great way to get the game started. I said we were playing good just before the highlight came, and it's paid off for us. So just about to go into half time, I believe, yeah. And they've evened it up. They still having more shots on us, and they've evened the possession up. So they've obviously reacted well to that, to us scoring the goals. So definitely need to try and encourage the team to go out and try and play a bit better. So I'll say there's room for improvement in that game, because there certainly is if they can make a sort of comeback in the game like that. We need to make sure that they aren't gonna to come back in this one and win this. We have only had one shot on target and scored with it. They do have a corner here though. Taylor whips it in. Hughes heads it away, but it comes to Watkins. Straight back out to Taylor, who's free to cross it. Parrish with another good catch from a crossing situation. He blasts this upfield, and Heaven Murphy couldn't quite win the header. And now McCready into Cook, McAlinden. Great tackle from Hughes. Heaven Murphy, you've got to win a header. Come on, you needed to win a header for us. They pump it forward, and Mark Hughes doesn't deal with it very well at all. McAlinden, whoa, what was that? Mark Hughes did not deal with that very well, but that was terrible shot from McAlinden. From the resulting goal kick, we have another highlight here. Heaven Murphy rises once again, loses out, but we win the ball in midfield. We take it down. Bastien Herry, no, don't lose the ball there. Watkins is running through. He shoots, but it's just too high. Exeter are really in control of this game. I need to make a substitution. I need to do something to try make sure that they aren't just battering us like they are right now. Sebastian Harry's going to come off. Paddy Lacey will come on. Got sort of two ball winners here though, which isn't the best. So we'll make Paddy Lacey the centre midfielder on defend, just to avoid having two ball winning midfielders. Although to be honest, that could probably help us in this. We're getting totally outrun in the midfield. We're also going to take Heaven Murphy off, and we're going to bring Shane McCartan on, just so we can sort of double up in the midfield front. Adds an extra midfielder, even if he is playing as a shadow striker. Heaven Murphy has struggled in this game. You could see the lack of height that he has. He wasn't winning any headers, and I thought that was hurting us as well. So I'll make that substitution. I was just trying to lead into another substitution with that sort of analysis of the last one. As a highlight comes here, Wheeler plays Reed in behind the defence. Now Reed, great chance for him, and he scores. Parrish has had a decent game, but nothing he could have done there. Ruben Reed with the goal. It was a very unconventional Parrish's save, but like attempted save, but he couldn't really do much with that. As soon as he broke the defensive line, he was always going to be in. I think Parrish tried to dive, but his feet were over there and try to save the shot. May have been better if Parrish had stayed up and tried to save the shot. We're going to make a substitution to try to react to that though. We're going to bring Keenan Davis on, Billy Key. Just see if he can sort of possibly get us a goal leading the line on his own. We're also going to... I feel like we need to make a tactical change, just because all game they've been sort of better than us after we've scored our goal. Probably should have made a tactical change earlier to react to that. I just don't see what difference what kind of difference I can make, to be honest. I think if we try dribble less, because I don't think we've had a shot in the second half. There's a chance. Obviously, I'm not playing extended highlights. If I was playing extended highlights, I'd be able to see sort of what the problem is. There's a chance that we're trying to just sort of run at the defence too much and not pass the ball, and it's sort of getting us into it's getting us running down into bad alleyways. I mean, since doing that, we have had more shots, so potentially, but it hasn't really helped. It's still probably going to finish 1-1 unless there's a late goal in this one. There is a minute left. There's a highlight 50 seconds left. That's enough time to score a goal. And they're the ones with the ball, so I'm a little bit apprehensive about this. I really don't want to be conceding a goal later on here. I want to just haunt this 1-1. I did say I'd take a draw. Sweeney plays it into Reed. Good by Hewitt. Now maybe we can get a chance. Keenan Davis, he holds it up well. Why didn't Matty Pearson just go for that and let Clark run down the wing? It's fucking ridiculous. Come on, Clark. Take your man on. Stephen Hewitt now with it. It's not going to be a highlight. Nah. Hewitt. Paddy Lacey. Time's running out. Clark, can he whip one in quickly? He does whip one in. It's caught by the goalkeeper. And it finishes 1-1. It's not too bad, to be honest. I said I'd take a draw. I'm going to say there was some positives, yeah, because it's just, I don't know, they found a formula that was able to sort of outplay us a little bit, and they used that to their own sort of successes. We do move down the table after that, which is a little bit annoying. We play Leyton next, so it's a chance to sort of leapfrog Leyton Orient, and potentially leapfrogging a few other teams as well. We are sitting nicely in a sort of mid-table position, which is where we want to be. So, I'll see you again at the tactics screen of the Leyton Orient game. Okay, so this is the team we're going to go with today. Parrish going to keep his place in goal, obviously. Matty Pearson, Hughes, Sanders, Maguire unchanged back four. Clark, Seamus Keneally going to come back in from his suspension. Bastien Herry alongside him. And Sean McConville's going to come in today. Harry Wilson hasn't played too great recently, and McConville was sort of saying he wanted to have some extra games. I sorted it out, like I got a teammate to intervene and he was alright with it, but we definitely have McConville next year. It's not definite we're going to loan Harry Wilson in again next year. We've survived relegation, so pretty much at this stage, so it's just important to make sure that people are still sort of happy with the team, because they're still going to play an important role next year. Heb Murphy and Billy Cayley up front. On top of that, Wilson's also going to go on international duty again. And he's never away for too long. I don't know if he's actually gonna miss a game. He did last time. I don't know if he will this time. But if he does, it allows McConville to have been in the team prior to just being thrown in that game as well. Well, I'm gonna try give the players a bit of a boost then. I'm gonna say we all Leyton Orient after what happened last time. Let him do that as I normally do, and it's going all right. Let's hope that we can get something going well. I want to start early. If we get an early start and score a sort of an early goal, we'll be very happy with that. Although there is an early highlight, they have the ball. Oh, Harry wins it back really well. Okay, come on. Now's the time to get forward. Look for the right winger. Clark is in loads of space, he's not anymore. Heber Murphy now though. Harry does finally pass it off, and Heber Murphy gets away from a defender. It opens up to shoot, and he's forced the goalkeeper to push that wide for a corner. I think that was going wide anyways, but he has forced the goalkeeper into a decent save there. Clark with the resulting corner. Mizagu clears, but it comes back to Clark. He whips it back in. It was dangerous, but it's cleared. But it comes to Harry, and then that one's blocked for another corner. We really are piling the pressure on. We have started early. Good number of shots off. Good possession. So Harry's going to put this corner in. It's not a great ball, but once again it's going to come back to him. He whips a good ball in. Seamus Keneally's header just wide. Just wide. Here's another highlight. Still early on in the game here. Seamus Keneally now gets it out wide to Clark. He tries to cross it in. The goalkeeper spills it. Heber Murphy hits the post. I don't know what happened there. He tried to cross it in. I think a defender deflected it. And then it was a bit dangerous for the goalkeeper, who then spilled it onto his own post. Head Murphy's shot and hit off the other post. Now they're coming forward now though. Semedo gets away from our defence, but it's a good save, Elliot Parish. So we really did start early there, but we just didn't get a goal that we wanted. Didn't get the goal. Here's another highlight though. This game's full of them so far. Billy Key plays it out to Joe Maguire. He gets it into Sean McConville. Back out to Maguire. Seamus Keneally, it might have opened up for him to shoot. He does hit it, but it's a weak effort. That's straight at Isaacs' hands there. A number of our shots have been, like Head Murphy's shot that first corner was wide and it wasn't the best of attempts. And anyways, a few of our attempts have been like that. There is another highlight here. Hughes clears it up the pitch to Head Murphy. He looks to Billy Key. We'll put numbers into this counter-attack here with Harry supporting. Now Bastien Harry, maybe a chance to shoot for him. He does! It's at the post! That was a well-struck shot. Oh, that was sort of probably our best struck shot in a highlight. A few of the shots that we hit weren't really struck too well. I mean, like Head Murphy's one that hit the post could have been struck better, and it was too wide, etc. But that was a really well-struck shot. That one hit the post. He's really unlucky not to score there. He really is. Coming up to half-time, we've been the better team by far here, but we haven't managed to get a goal, and that's always dangerous when you've been the better team into half-time and you haven't managed to get the goal. The other team usually comes out after half-time and sort of a motivational speech from the manager, and they come out much better. So really needed to capitalise on Leyton Orient's poor play and our good play. I expect a closer second half, if I'm being honest. And straight away there is a highlight for Leyton Orient. Apologies for my phone going off there. Should have muted it. But we headed it clear. And Billy Key now trying to dribble it out down the right wing, and that was never going to go well. And they've pumped it upfield. Hughes wins the header, but it's with Simpson into Bowery. Matty Pearson does well there. Now Billy Key, can you win a header? Nope. Bastien Harry takes it down though. And now Billy Key, we're a bit isolated, just Billy Key and Murphy, but Keneally's now joining the attack and helping out. He's got Harry as well there. Now Bastien Harry. Oh no, he's lost the ball really poorly, and this is where they're going to counter. Yeah, Bowery's in behind, and he's going to score. Yeah, knew it. I absolutely knew it. What the fuck just happened? And that's what I mean about they're going to come out and be better in the second half. Instantly, sort of closed down Bastien Harry better than what they ever did in the first half. Played a ball in behind with defence and Bowery. If Hughes had stayed on his feet, he'd have saved it. If he had stayed on his feet, he'd actually have saved that. It was just sort of hit where he was standing. Now we need a good reaction to go and go behind because we've been the better team. And instantly there's a highlight here, and Clark into Harry, into Seamus Keneally. No, don't lose the fucking ball just like Harry did. You've just lost the ball just like Harry did. They're coming forward again. Bowery. Davis, oh, it's a great play from Clark, that actually. And Head Murphy with a chance to run in behind the defence. Billy Key, you need to catch up, come on. He does eventually, and Billy Key scores! Yes, Billy Key! That's what we needed. And that's a good finish, once again. Close range, and that's what Billy Key excels at, I feel. It's what he's done best all season, just getting a close range sort of finish. It's a great run from Head Murphy, and it's a great cross along the ground, and he's managed to just slip it past the goalkeeper well there, Billy Key. And now we need to use the momentum from scoring a goal and get ourselves a second. We need to try to win this game because we've been so much better than them. There is a highlight here. Joe Maguire with a throw deep in our own half. Safely throws that long way up to Sean McConville. His pass is just hit and hope, and it's fucking dreadful. Kelly into Davis. Goes forward to Bowery. But Sanders takes it. Now don't lose the ball in your own box like we always do. I mean, well done Sanders. Although, that should have been a free kick to be honest, because Clark was just pushed there. Now they're going to score. I'm shaking my head. That's fucking bollocks, because Jordan Clark was pushed when he went to jump for the header. He won the header, but he was pushed, so he couldn't win the header. And then Bowery heads it into Simpson, takes it down on the half volley, bangs it pretty much top corner. And once again, we're behind in a game that we've been dominating. That's a bollocks decision from the ref. We're going to have to make substitution. Harry Wilson's going to come on for Sean McConville. It's the obvious choice. It's the only thing I'm going to change at the minute, though. because I feel like other than that we've played quite well. Oh, it's not working. It's not working. Right, we're going to take Evan Murphy off for Keenan Davis. It's time for Keenan Davis to start playing well again. He needs to score a goal. We're going to go on to attacking as well because we need to chase for a goal. Come on, boys. Do it. Let's get ourselves a goal. It's not happening. It's just not happening. Right, Shane. Oh, shit. What have I done? Undo last. Right, Shane McCartan's going to come on. We're going to take off Bastien Harry. I'm going to put him into an attacking midfielder position as a shadow striker once again. We're going to pump Wilson forward and Jordan Clark forward as well. We're going to really go for this game now. We're going to go overload, pump ball, route 1, fairly narrow, take more risks. And now we hope. I feel like I've done all I can. Haven't gave a team talk yet. We'll do that now because still nothing's happening. Aggressively tell them to push forward. Now all we can do is hope. Oh shit. This is the problem, we don't really have a midfield anymore. We've just got one player there. And Janser with the ball now. Turchi. Come on, you could have won that back off from there if you had went for it. Bowery. I mean, Jay Simpson was offside. Yeah. Is that going to be the highlight though? Is it him being offside? That's a fucking stupid highlight. Well, there's still time for a goal. They have a corner. We've cleared it. Come on, we need to win the ball back because there's time for a goal if we do now. Turchi's cross. Jordan Clark clears. Billy Key now. There's time for a goal here. Billy Key into Keenan Davis. Come on. We've got really good numbers. That's a great pass to Harry Wilson. There's real good numbers on this counter-attack. Harry Wilson. Yes! Harry Wilson! Harry Wilson gets the late goal. He's equalised the game for us. We're going to stay on overload. We're going to see if we can nick one in the last 50 seconds. I doubt it. But that's a great goal. I was thinking cross it. I was really thinking cross the ball. I was hoping he'd cross the ball. He's hit it, and he's hit it near post. I don't know how it's crept in. It's hit off the near post and went in as well. And from that angle, it seems a bit ridiculous that it's done so. But we've been the much better team in this game, and we deserve to win the game. A draw is the least we deserve. So we really do deserve that goal. Now maybe we can come forward again here. Keenan Davis, Harry Wilson. He's just scored a great goal, and now can he beat his man and cross it? He can cross it, but it's not a great cross. That should signal the end of the game, I'd assume. Obviously there's still a little bit of time before he's going to blow the whistle though. Oh, Sanders, you've been bullied off the ball there, Sanders. Yeah, there you go. Well, we grabbed a late equaliser. It feels a bit like a winner, although it's still a tough result to take, as the assistant manager says, because we absolutely battered them. 24 shots to their 10. We battered them. Their second goal was a bullshit goal. We should have had a free kick in it. I'm going to tell them that I'm happy with the performance, because I am. They played really well. It's just, I don't know. We didn't have the quality up front, I suppose, to finish off some more of the chances, and they got a bit lucky to get away with a free kick. Anyways, that is the end of this video. If you did enjoy the video, it would mean a lot if you gave it a like. Yeah, you comment on it and subscribe for more Accrington Stanley and other content. There is other content that I just haven't been too lazy to edit, which I've said like for the last 4 episodes now, but it's true. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. Sort of another disappointing one where we haven't got a win from it, but thanks for watching, and anyways, we'll hope for better next time. The next time we'll see you should probably be at least nearing on the end of the season, if not the last few games of the season.